All right, everybody. Welcome to Just a Pod Ferda. Quick video. We're going to do an NHL all name tournament. These names were compiled by the three of us here. We will be crowning one champion. These are all active players, I do believe.
Yeah, this
And
is the deep
They
hockey
are
kind.
indeed.
let's get after it. So we're going to start with the 116 matchup between Zimgus Gergensons and Ivan Miroshchenko.
Yeah, I don't. I'm.
I think
I
this.
think the one seed cakewalks this.
I think
Zim
Zimgus
Zimgus
takes it.
Girgensons?
Zimgus
Come on,
Gergensons takes this one. I think. What do you
Zemgus
think?
all the way.
All right,
Zemgus.
that's a clean
Real,
sweep for
real sweep
Zimgus.
for
Look at
sure.
it. Look at the name crawling over there. Big win for Zimgus. All right, next a battle of the 8-9. Always tough. We got Juraj Slavkovsky versus
Guillaume.
Guillaume Brisbois.
Brisbois sounds
First,
pretty French to me, and I hate the French, so I'm gonna take Jiraj Slavkovsky here.
Can you say that?
let me go ahead and I like Brisboy, so I'm gonna take Brisboy.
Well,
It comes from
I
the
was gonna go with Juraj Slavkovsky here.
That's fair.
I like the name Slavkovsky because it sounds
Slavkovsky is
similar to
very
slap, and they do that a lot in hockey. R.I.P. Guillaume Brisbois. All right, next we got the Battle of the Vladislavs. We got Vladislav Namestenkov versus Vladislav Kolyachinok. Maybe.
yeah. If your name has name in it,
Name in it,
that gets a bonus.
where I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a unanimous sweep there. I like
That is the
Kolyachinok. I think that's a tough matchup for him in the first round. But I think Namestenkov takes that one just because he literally has name in his name, and this is the best names draft, you know. So next up, we have the 5 versus the 12. We have the 12 seed Grigory Denisenko versus the 5 seed Ilya Lyobushkin.
I gotta go Leo Bushkin.
I agree. I'm going
I love
Lyobushkin as
Leo
well.
Bushkin. That is so
I
tough.
would vote for Leo Bushkin, but I feel like Denisenko deserves one vote and not to get swept, so I'm gonna vote for him, knowing that Ilya's moving on.
All right, Ilya
That's
Lyobushkin moves to round 2. He moves on to the Elite 8. So going to the right side of the board now, we have Ito Luosterainen, which is an absolute crazy one, and then we have John Gruden.
Yeah. I picked John Gruden because I just that's like a great honorable mention. I thought that was hilarious, but I gotta go E2.
Yeah, E2 wins this one.
Yeah.
Maybe Jonathan Gruden can cope with his defeat by shitting on RG3 on Twitter or something.
He could. Next up, we have a good matchup, I believe. We have the 10 seed Rasmus Ristolainen versus the 7 seed Evgeny Kuznetsov.
The alliteration.
This is close
Yeah,
for
go
me.
The alliteration does things for me. Rasmus.
You gotta give me Rasmus. My
Oh,
vote is Rasmus.
Oh,
Me as well.
I was gonna go Kuznetsov, but I like a Ristolainen there. Shout out to my boy
if your
Malin,
name
the
has
Philly,
alliteration, I'm going to vote for you.
the Philadelphia fan. I believe he's a Flyer. Up next is an absolute banging matchup. One of those you see in March Madness where a 14 could upset a 3. At the 3, we got Shane Gotta Be Here. Okay, I don't think that's how you pronounce it, but that's what it looks like to me. And at the 14, we got 5 Ks in his name, Mikko Kokkonen.
Yeah, man,
Um,
I'm taking the 14 seed. Yeah, the
Whew.
14 seed here.
Whoa.
Garrett, this is going to
Kokon-
come down to you because I think Shane has got to be there in the second round.
I think that this is a very close fought matchup, okay? I think this is a
Kokon?
battle. I think these
Come
guys are
on.
going at it, head to head. Battle, fist for punch for fist for punch, you know what I mean? But I think Shane's got to be there. You know,
He's
Shane
gotta
gotta
be
be
there.
there.
I think he's got to at least be in the Elite Eight. You know
Gotta
what I
be
mean?
there.
Gotta be there. Yeah.
All right,
The game was OT though.
6-11 matchup. Two of my Canes players.
Do we even
We've
have
got
to vote?
Tuevo Teravainen versus Jesper Fast, and I think this is going to be a clean sweep, but I
Go
could
ahead
be
and go
wrong.
Quavo.
That's
The alliteration. The
Go ahead,
alliteration.
Gordon.
unbelievable there. I knew you guys were going to go Teravainen, and I was going to go Jesper Fast, which is an insane name. I think it's actually pronounced Jesper, according to our friend Will. But Tuevo Teravainen is an
I feel
awesome
like
name.
Yes, fast, but you can't beat Tuevo. You just
I
can't
had to
do
give
it.
Jesper a vote just because his last name's Fast. You know, if it was a football team, football all names, I think he advances there.
I agree.
But hockey, I don't think so. All right, we're going to move up here to a matchup between the 1 and the 9 seed on the left side. Once again, we got Zimgus Gergensons, tongue twister, versus Juraj Slavkovsky. What are we thinking?
I think Zemgus, we could just walk him to the final at this point. Like I don't. He's in a league of his own, Mr.
Yeah,
Gergensen.
Garrett, your vote doesn't matter. I'm going Zemgus.
Oh, well, I promise you that I was going Zimgus as well. And the Buffalo Sabres player
Yes, sir.
moves on to the final 4. Next up, a matchup between the 4 and the 5 seed. Two favorites moving on here.
I like this.
Between Vladislav Nemastinkov and Ilya Lyabushkin. I'm going to go first and put the pressure on someone else this time. Okay? My vote is Ilya Lyabushkin.
All right. Well, It's gonna come down to you, Grayson, because the name is moving on for me.
Yeah. I love a man with name in his name. But I'm sorry, but you cannot beat Leo Bushkin.
Bang!
On to the next round.
Lyabushkin! What a
R.I.P.
beast. R.I.P. the Vladislav duo.
You had a good run, Vlad.
Up next, we got the 2 seed versus the 10 seed who pulled off the upset in round 1. We got Ito Luosterainen versus Rasmus Ristolainen. We'll start with Elliot.
We know where my heart lies with the alliteration for the most part. Rasmus is a much more fun. Rasmus Risto beats Ito for me.
Same here. Rasmus Ritu is pretty tough.
Wow.
I'm going to agree. And the 10 seed sweeps the 2 seed to move on to the final 4. Philadelphia Flyers fans rejoice. Next up, we got a close one, a tight one, a really hard one. We got Shane Gotta Be Here and Tuevo Teravainen.
I had an inherent bias, I will say, for Shane Gotta Be Here coming into this. He was my pick. I put my heart and soul into it. With that being said, Tuevo Teravainen is moving on for Ellen.
Look, man, I was counting against him. I wanted a different man up in his spot, but I gotta go. Shane Gotta Be Here.
Oh no, the pressure's on me once again. These are 2 great names. And I don't want to let any Canes bias come into play here. So I'm going to flip a coin.
Oh no.
Heads.
No, you can't. No,
Shane
no.
Gotta Be Here. Tails. Tuevo Teravainen.
Oh man.
It's tails! Tuevo advances!
He's such a liar.
Bang! It was in fact tails. I kept a coin nearby just in case. Next up, we've got an absolute powerhouse matchup.
This is a
2 heavyweights, fist for fist. We've got Zimgus Gergensons yet again going up against Ilya Lyabushkin. We'll start with Grayson.
I was on the Leah Bushkin train this whole time. I'm still deciding whether I'm gonna hop off or not.
Well, I can tell you that my heart lies with Zimgus Gergensons because I think that he is an absolute all-time great name across any sport. A ZG? Have you seen many ZGs? Have you seen many Z first names?
Zach Galifianakis.
I mean, that's
Let me
about all
go.
you could name, huh?
I'm gonna go ahead and put the pressure on Elliot because I'm gonna stay on the Leah Bushkin train all the way.
Wow. Wow.
He was a 1 seed for a reason. Put Gergensons in the final.
Give me
Put him in the
Gergensons in
final.
the final. R.I.P. to Leah Bushkin. Next up, a double alliteration. Where will Elliot's heart lie? We
Yeah,
have
I'm shocked.
Rasmus Ristolainen going up against Toivo Teravainen.
Yeah, let me go ahead and start. What I loved about Tuevo this entire time is how much it sounds like Quavo.
Oh,
So go ahead
Huncho.
and move. So go ahead for me and move Tuevo to the final.
Huncho moves on to the final for Grayson. We're going to let Elliot go last because he's the alliteration man. I'm going to take a pick here, and I'm going to put the pressure on him. I doubted this man. But Rasmus Ristolainen rolls off the tongue like almost nothing else. I'm going to have to go away from the Canes bias here and the coin flipping and all of it and go with Rasmus Ristolainen.
Toivo Teravainen is a very awesome name, and the alliteration bangs. But Razmi Risto rolls off like Garrett said, like no other. Put Razmi Risto in the final against Gergensons.
All right. We're going to say our pros and cons for each man quickly. Okay? I'm going to start with Zemgus Girgensons. I would say Zemgus Girgensons might have one of the most unique names I have ever seen. A Z first name is unreal. Having Gus in it is unreal. Girgensons is awesome. The only con I will have is that it's not an alliteration, but I do believe it rolls off well. And on the other side of the bracket, I will say that Rasmus Ristolainen has one thing going for him, and that's how easy it is to say compared to the other name. Okay? But I'm going to say that Ristolainen doesn't have the creativity of Girgensons. Let's hear your opinions.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Girgensons, rare, powerful, exudes some strength with his name, you know. But I came up with Razzie Risto having seen his name for all of 30 seconds. So
It's true.
Speed, finesse, and quickness and elegance comes with Razzie Risto. This is a classic battle.
On to you, Grayson.
For me, it's these first names. I mean, Rasmus, Zemgus. I mean,
the man's got a point.
It sounds amazing.
It's a battle of the us's.
It's something I've never seen before.
Okay.
I'd like to open the floor to Garrett to announce his vote.
I had second thoughts about this, man. I slept on it. I thought about it. But make no mistake, Zemgus Girgensons is the best name in the NHL.
Grayson, I'm going to make this come down to you because my heart and soul is behind Razzie Risto with everything in me.
That's not even his name!
Razzie Risto is the greatest name I've ever read, and he deserves this chip.
Oh, no.
Garrett, I need you. You have 10 seconds to come up something with better than Razzie Risto.
Zimji Gurgi.
It's over.
It's not a nickname battle. Listen to me. It's not a nickname list. It's a name list. It is not a nickname list. If we were doing nicknames, Kucherov would be on here.
I'm happy to be the one to announce your winner of the very first NHL all-name tournament, and the first champion of this tournament, without a doubt, goes to Zemgus Girgensons.
Bang! It's unreal! It's the best name I've ever seen! He was the favorite for a reason. He's UConn in the tournament this year. Take it to the bank, Zemgus
This is
Girgensons.
a travesty. This is a disaster. This is Florida State being left out of the playoff. This
Rasmus
is
Ristolainen had a miracle run as a 10 seed because you came up with a cool nickname until he matched up against the greatest name in sports history.
This is disrespectful.
That is one of the greatest names in sports history.
Razzie
I
deserved
can't
to
think of
win.
anything better.
I think the league had inherent bias against Razzie.
No. No.
We came up against the Patrick Mahomes, the Josh Allen. The refs wanted Gergensen to win. They couldn't have their 1 seed lose out to my 10. It's
I picked both the names.
garbage. Really, that's what it is. It's garbage.
All right,
This
for
is
my
awesome.
for my final thing, I'm gonna say congratulations to Zemgus Girgensons and the Buffalo Sabres, and great run out of Rasmus Ristolainen and the Philadelphia Flyers. We will see you next time as we go over our NBA all-name team.